All right, please go ahead and shoot.
Okay, so I'm sorry about the
I understand.
glitch. Okay, so I was just saying that. So I have a background in advertising. I started out in advertising and as a graphic designer, and the goal really for me was to grow into a rounded creative who is in touch with graphic design, video editing, motion graphics, and all that, and web development. And I got all of those skills, but growing in the industry, I discovered that the most important thing, which is like the distraction for us creatives, is that we tend to want to create beautiful things. But business owners are interested in how those beautiful things are going to connect with the audience it's created for and how it's going to ultimately make them money. So it meant I had to take on other skills, especially sales. So I could really relate with you saying that you need to understand sales so that you can offer skills beyond product design when you're speaking with clients, you're speaking with potential clients. So I really resonated with that, and it helped me in my transition because I could have conversations about, oh, okay, so you need the marketing budget and all that. And you're wondering, are you not just a product designer? But because of the background and other knowledge that I bring to the table, I noticed that I'm introduced to more people. I have access to more rooms. So yeah, thank you for sharing. That really resonated with me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Yeah, so so to actually talk about what I don't know, is it Babajide or the last guy that actually talked, where he said that he still has issues with writing, he doesn't know what to write. One of the ways I practiced writing was through ranting. So today I think personally one of my biggest issues with writing is still that I don't proofread. I don't read. I actually don't read what I write. I just go ahead and just tap, and there's going to be a lot of errors, spelling error, grammatical error, and people would think I don't go to school. And you know, I kind of like force. So I don't know if I've been even losing audience, because of that. But I won't lie to you. Ranting has actually helped me um to write my mind, to write what I want people. So if you're on my WhatsApp status, for example, you'll basically be able to picture what I'm passing through. No matter if it is cruise, if it is whatever, if I can basically like give you an idea of what I'm doing right now. A lot of people kind of like, I don't know, a lot of people don't like it. They probably, but I'm not doing it for them. It's my practice area. Everything I do in my life is basically where I elaborate. That's basically all my laboratory raps. So if it is my WhatsApp status, I have to learn how to make people read my first thread to the last thread. So, for example, if I want to talk about the Nigerian government, there are cases whereby the first text or the first status I write or the first screen you will read will be like 50 lines, but the next screen will be one line. You understand? So I can say Nigerian, blah, 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 blah. Then the next one, by the time you tap next, you'll be saying, so what's up? What do you mean? And then you continue reading the story, and it kind of make it interesting. So when I do things like that, when I want to like design my portfolio or I want to design a website, I could write a lot of like H2 context or body context, and I'll have this big screen whereby I'll just be writing, how can you contact me? You know, that kind of thing. And I can continue like that. And yes, it also helped me with my thread when I'm writing on Twitter. I don't rush all my words. I write it the way I'm reading it from my mind. And the another thing is you should consider to be very natural. Understand, use your own words. don't overemphasize things, right? Just and don't be too formal. So because we'll be dealing with a lot of like users, or so if you're not working with a content writer, maybe you are also doing, it doesn't really happen like that. If a client comes to me and say wants to build a website, obviously we tell him you need a content writer to assist you. But let's say your own project, for example. So I don't have to write too many contexts. Like, for example, in a sign-up page, I'm writing create an account, right? The next screen, I'm writing something like please input, which is the default, please input a valid address and create a password to continue. Something like that, very, very popular stuff. So instead of me writing that, I can basically like share my own. What will I be telling somebody face to face if I want the person to create an account? So I won't be saying and use a valid ID or something like that. I'll be saying that try to be creative, or I can just, I can say things in basically in my own way, and I'll be communicating to the users. And that has really, really helped me. If you go to my website right now, you will notice that there's a mix of me being natural and me being professional. You understand? The ones I want, I think my writer is there. Mosadolu, so is there are some things I'll tell him, please, can you help me edit these things? But I would have given him a context initially. So just let me reward it, just like the way Qbot is to do, or ChatGPT, right? But before then, I would have probably like given him an idea in my own words. So whether he sees a spelling error or he sees whatever, understand, it will know how to correct it. So context is very, very important. In fact, there are so many times he will give me some things, I will say, nah, this is too long. I will never read these things. And that's because of this is me. Yeah. If I say I won't read this, there's a big chance that 50% of my users or my audience won't also read it. So be natural. We speak. The fact that we talk a lot can actually help you to write. It's not that difficult, you understand? If you talk, just write what you say. Do you understand me? Another thing is that you need like the easiest ways to write to be your most preferred way to write. You understand? The easiest way you write should be your most preferred way. If it is through voice note, put it in a voice note, then you can now write it later. If it is through how do I put it, through pen and paper, write it that way. And if it is through WhatsApp, so I personally, most of the tweets you guys see on Twitter, people on WhatsApp must have seen it first, because I'll write it, make the error, I will now forward it to a particular, you can message yourself on WhatsApp these days. So I'll forward it to myself, I'll copy it. By the time I'm going to Twitter, the pigeon I wrote on WhatsApp, I'll reward it in a very formal way so that I can share it with them over there. So that is how I probably overcome writing, the whole writing thing. But writing is boring. I know those that love writing, they find it interesting. But you as a designer, you just want to be graphic. So I personally understand. I hope I answered the guy that asked the question. I don't know if what I recommended was good enough. All right, thank you. So the last thing which I'm going to talk about is be patient. Patience is a very, very big deal in this creative industry. And I swear to Almighty God, I'm a very, very big product of patience. And I scream it a lot. No matter what is trending today, you won't really find me there. Not that I'm being slow to making money, or I'm being slow to achieving what my friends must have achieved. Or I'm sure those people that are doing some things right now, maybe Web3 designs, for example, which there was a time it was really, really like trending. They are probably make money off it, which is, to me, it's like Yahoo boys. You understand? So whatever is not making you being pressured to Yahoo boys. It means that there's a level of home training that you have. And the way home training works is that there is a little bit of step by step. Understand? There's a little bit of, there's a way our father teaches us, whereby there's a bit of experience. We are learning from one particular teacher, which is our father or our mother. So you're not basically like learning from all your neighbors, you understand? So it's like, for example, if you probably you've lived or you grew up with your parents, you realize that when another person is cooking, maybe if your dad or your mom, they are used to eating beans every Saturday night, all right? There's a big chance that when you leave them, you continue that culture, you understand? And also, which is very, very popular, if you guys in your family don't eat onions, you won't eat onions outside, something like that. So what I'm trying to say is that if you have where you tarry, if you have where you stay, where you actually sit to learn, you have this school, you have this person you learn from, you have a teacher, you are not learning by trend, you are not learning by pressure, and you're not learning because of money. You are not learning because you want to earn $20,000 monthly. You are learning because you want to actually know what you are doing. You want to know this particular skill. It will breed patience in you. And the nice thing about patience is that nobody will notice. You are the only person that will see the mistake. Nobody else will see your mistake. You understand? There's a lot of time that you must have consumed to make mistake, relax in it, eat, drink, bath, spend all the time you want to spend, dwell in it and learn from it, you understand? And by the time you are now done with that, that cooking, you can now come out to now flex your muscle. And now, if you look at the way things are now, product design still stays as the skill, as the main skill. But web 3 design these days, it has cast. People are now using AI. Basically that's like what's trending next. There was a time it was AR, VR, I don't know. They have so many things. Now there was a time it was NFT, right? But those of us that stick with the product design we're trying to know, we have built 2-3 projects within that time space. You understand? So your mastery also depends on how much you stay learning, how much you tarry. So tarry, like staying where you are and learning is a faster way to get to some place. Logically, you have to run or walk or at least move from point A to B before you reach your destination, right? But in this mastery level, in the case of mastery, getting better is actually staying or waiting. You understand? Like wait, when you wait, you jump or you disappear to that level you want to reach. So it's one of the ways you can actually learn or basically like master your skill. The ability for you to actually wait, learn, calm down, be patient, don't be distracted, don't be jumpy, don't be the best people that actually marry their best wife, right, are people that actually stayed with, that kind of context. You're not jumping from one babe to another. You understand? So ability for you to actually tarry, be patient. I know we have the pressure to actually earn better, but look at it I used to do it this way. I used to use it in the context of schooling. If you go to school right now, you want to learn any course, you can't learn it in 6 months. You can't learn it in 1 year. You have to like wait 5, 4, 6 years at some point. So if you're in your second year of product design, you should actually chill, cook, and be done before you now start like ranting and start giving some sort of like some of you already like having mentees, understand? And let's just do another tickle, which is probably, I've mentioned 6, let me just say 7. Is ability. Another way to learn is another way to master is by teaching. So teaching here is not teaching to be paid or pay me to teach you, that kind of thing. Teaching could be so natural. It could be your church members. It could be the next neighbor. It could be the ability to impact people with, oh, you're not a tech bro before. And I believe that you will actually work well as a tech person. Let me teach you how to be not a designer, how to be a tech person. So at this point, you're not teaching the person Figma. You're basically teaching the person how technology works. You're teaching the person how the career, how progression, the theoretical aspect, the reality aspect of things. You are mentoring the person that way, not the Figma, pay 5K to come and learn Figma on WhatsApp. No, that's not what you're talking about. You're talking about you have some sort of impact. In one of the best ways to practice that ability is your younger ones, or even your family members, or you have like a church member, you have some sort of group of friends that you can basically start or carry the person from 0 to 100, you understand, because of your ability to teach. So one of the ways to get to the mastery level is by teaching. So with these few points of mine, I'll be closing the class, and I hope you guys actually learn a lot. I'll try my best to put this in text as a blog. I'll share it on my Instagram. If you are following us on ILTA, you'll probably get notified. I'll be sharing it. I'll put it in a thread. Then I'll also put this on YouTube so that you can also watch it. That's at ILTA on YouTube. So yeah, on Instagram, just go to ILTA HQ. ILTA HQ, that's ILTA headquarters, and you can follow us. And if you want to actually like learn like personally on a personal level, which like you want to learn, like you want to buy product design course or product management course, you can just reach out to me or reach out, or I don't know, you can reach out to me. I'm on WhatsApp, on Twitter, you can DM us on Instagram. Just pay a token of maybe 20K, I think. And sometimes we run some sort of promo. But right now, I think it's just 20K. And you can join my students, because those ones are like my first, they are the people that actually have the first class access to me, understand? So yes, so that's that. And any question, even if it's surrounding your career, if it's not about this class, please let's ask before we end the class by 10:30. Any question? All right, if there is no question, thank you for joining. I appreciate, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.